Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Woo! 2024!
Wow. Welcome back to Historia.
It's been a while. Thanks for letting us have the holidays for a little break. I know a lot of people also, like, once you get to the end of the year, you just want to chill. You don't really want to learn things. So,
Wow.
We decided to just, like, give you a couple weeks off. But we're back now.
We are back.
And it's January. How exciting.
I'm Jamie.
I'm Kylie.
And how are you doing?
Oh, it's been an interesting last couple of weeks. I got sick on Christmas, so just like a cold, but like I had a flu for the first few days. The day after Christmas was the worst. Like I was in bed all day. But then it kind of just turned into a cold. And it wasn't anything crazy. I lost my voice for like 2 days. One of those days was New Year's, so I like couldn't do anything because my throat was just killing me. So I just stayed home with my family. It was great.
Dude, New Year's, I got blacked out.
Of course you did.
And it wasn't until after like midnight came.
Yeah.
And the next morning I woke up on my sister's couch and I was like, how the fuck did I get here? I just had like a blanket over my legs. I'm very tall, so it didn't cover my feet and I was freezing. And she was like, hey, how was last night? I was like, what the hell happened? And it was a slumber party theme. So everybody was in their PJs.
Yeah.
It was super awesome. And she has a Polaroid, like one of those Instax cameras.
Yeah.
So everybody was taking pictures throughout the night. I was going through them and I was like, what the hell? I was like, five or six of the photos I don't remember taking. And then I looked on my phone and there are pictures there that I don't remember taking. I was like, and my sister, she was like, you just kept asking people to take photos with you and to try the dip and to take shots. And I was like, what the hell is wrong with me?
Oh my God.
I am such a weird drunk person. I don't get it.
Yeah, you like sent me a picture and I could tell you were drunk.
Dude, I was looking at one that I took with my sister and I zoomed in on my face. My eyes were so glazed over. And I guess James sent me a text. He was like, hey, do you need me to come pick you up? Because he was in Missouri hunting and he got home, he ate food, was getting ready to come over and then passed out on the couch. So he missed it. But he woke up at like midnight. And so he texted, he was like, hey, do you need me to come like pick you up? And I legit just sent him a picture of my face going, with my mouth wide open.
Oh my God.
With no context. And I guess my sister said that I was just giggling, saying, oh, I'm just going to send it.
Oh my God.
I was like, what the hell is wrong with me?
Wow, that's
So,
fun.
That is my New Year's story.
Oh my God. Yeah, I did not have the desire to drink this year. I was just like, I mean, I wasn't feeling the greatest. So I was like, no.
The party I went to last night, they were trying to get like me to drink and like even James. And I was like, I can't do another weekend of this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I went to a party last night too and I just like didn't, I had like one shot.
Yeah.
I'm like, am I at that age where I'm just like not interested?
It's just like I don't want to do it every single weekend
Yeah,
at this point because
yeah.
like I had a hard time recovering New Year's Day.
Yeah, you can't recover like you used to, you know?
No, because I have like this kind of like migraine headache all week too after I drink, like after I get blackout drunk, and I don't like
That's crazy
that.
all week.
Yeah, like it's like a pulsating one that's just like, hey, I'm still here.
Remember what you did?
Yeah, but then like about halfway through the week it goes away and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's crazy.
But
Oh.
so
Anyway, well, you started off the year with a bang.
exactly, and we're about to set this episode off with a bang.
Yeah.
Everything that's happened.
It's always good to just reflect on the last year, of course. So every year we do this episode where we just talk about what happened the year before. So this will be 2023. We did one for 2021 and 2022.
Love it.
Which is crazy.
That is crazy.
So I was like, I can't break the tradition now.
Never. It's fine.
So, yeah. With that being said, I, of course, cannot write down every single event that has happened this year. There's no possible way. This already took me like maybe 4 or 5 hours to research, and it's like obviously not everything.
Yeah.
But that's fine. But I did use onthisday.com. That was like the biggest source. If you're interested in looking at like every possible thing that happened this year, they have like all of the events that make like global news, basically. USA Today, I use this for a lot of like stats that were regarding like USA and stuff. YouGov, CNN, and Box Office Mojo, which is what I use for like top movies of the year.
Wow.
So, because that's important. So I don't want to like make everyone depressed, like thinking of all the bad things that happened in the last year. But there are, of course, some events that were not fun, but it is a part of history. You know, we always talk about both sides of history. And now 2023 is history. So we're going to touch on, you know, some big events that did happen this year. But again, I'm not covering every single detail. Okay. All right. You ready?
I'm ready to be just like, that happened?
I know. Literally, some of these things is like, huh? Okay. So our top episodes of the year. I'm going to start with this.
Oh, nice.
Because I think I did that last year. But these are episodes that we posted this year that are like, that have the most downloads. So thank you all for listening to them.
Yeah.
King George III Part 1
Love it.
is our number 1 episode of the year. And then King George III Part 2 is number 2. So you all really liked King George.
Well, yeah, people love Bridgerton.
I know. It was perfect timing.
Yeah.
So. And then History of McDonald's was number 3. So
What a
yay.
weird
It was very
combo.
random. So I'm glad you all enjoyed. Okay. I forgot I did this. I also wrote down every single topic we did last year. If any of these topics sound interesting to you, you can find an episode all about them on our podcast page. So, are you ready to hear every episode we did?
Oh my God, yeah.
I'll go through them pretty quick. We had the 7 Archangels. We had a 2022 recap. Ellis Island. Arrows and Cupid, Bonnie and Clyde, Grace Kelly, King George III, Marie Antoinette, History of McDonald's, Yellowstone National Park, Grand Tetons National Park, Terracotta Army, Shakespeare, the Eiffel Tower, Barbie, Oppenheimer, Titanic, remastered, Ken and Barbie Killers, Angkor Wat? Is that how it was pronounced?
Angkor Wat,
Yeah. Good times. The original Disney fairy tales, King Tut, Amityville Horror, Missing Ruby Slippers, The Dybbuk Box, Bryce Canyon National Park, Nintendo, The Milgram Experiment, Jean Lafitte, and Jean Lafitte, and Medieval England Christmas. What a year.
Dude, what a random group of topics.
I know. So as you can see, we love all things history.
I didn't know I did Marie Antoinette this last year.
Yeah.
My brain is just mush.
It was like probably like summer or right before summer.
Okay.
All right, let's start off January with a bang.
Let's do it.
January 2023. It starts off so depressing.
Oh, God.
On the 4th of January, 39 people were killed in a car bomb attack in Somalia. An Al-Qaeda was responsible.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And then on the 6th, this is one thing that was a big event, especially like in our area in America. A U.S. teacher was shot by a 6-year-old student. Remember that? At Rich Neck Elementary School in Newport, Virginia.
A 6-year-old?
Yeah, remember? It was like a 1st grader and he shot his teacher.
No.
You didn't hear about that?
No.
Oh my God, yeah, that happened.
What?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then on the 7th, which was a year ago today, we had the first ever vaccine for any insect that was introduced. And it's a vaccine for bees. We have it in America.
Oh.
So I didn't know that existed, but that's great.
Why are they not promoting this?
You know
how
it is.
you know how the US is. Like, I'm surprised because the US always, it's so
Like to
annoying. They
brag.
always like to promote medicines. They're
Yeah.
like, ask your doctor about this. Like, it's crazy how many ads for medicine there are. And I'm like, shouldn't my doctor be offering me this instead of an ad commercial?
That's true, yeah.
That's
There
so
is
wild.
a lot. It's
Yeah.
crazy. This was definitely a big year for vaccines, as you'll find out. But on the 8th, China opened its borders after nearly 3 years since COVID-19. So
I can go to Disney Hong Kong now?
yeah, we can, bro. Let's go book a trip. Woo, woo. And then on the 10th, Prince Harry released his memoir, Spare.
My God.
It goes on sale worldwide, giving details of his upbringing and life in the British royal family. I've not read it, but I watched their like documentary that they did. It was pretty interesting. And then on the 15th, there was at least 68 people killed in a Nepal plane crash.
I think I heard about that.
That's a lot.
So sad.
Yeah. And then on the 15th, Mexico brought into force the world's strictest anti-smoking laws, not allowing anyone to smoke in public places like beaches and parks.
Do they still sell cigarettes though?
I don't know. I assume like you're allowed to smoke in your house. You just
Yeah.
can't like go to like a beach, which makes sense.
Please tell me
or a park.
vaping is a part of that.
I would hope so, but you know how it is. They never treat vaping the same.
Oh my God.
And then on the 17th, Italy's most wanted mobster, Matteo Messina Denaro, was arrested after being on the run for 30 years.
What a sick name.
I know. It's always the ones with 3 names.
Literally.
Oh. And then on the 19th, we're still in January, Cyclone Chineso arrived in Madagascar, killing 25 and leaving 40,000 homeless.
Oh my God.
Devastating. On the 21st of that month, 72-year-old gunman kills 11 people and himself, injuring 9 in a shooting at a dance studio in Monterey Park, California. I remember hearing about that too.
Yeah.
And then Japan announced the lowest birth rate ever on the 23rd.
Damn.
Yeah.
No one wants kids now.
I know. There was another country, I didn't write it down, but there was another country that realized that like their birth rate was too much. They're like, we need to relax. I don't remember where it was.
Well, I think China's is actually falling and they're like, what do we do?
That's so crazy. And then on the 24th, they announced that it was the coldest winter in a decade in Afghanistan, and it killed over 100 people and 70,000 livestock.
Well, yeah, because they don't have any like central heat or anything.
Right.
They literally live in
rough.
like huts.
Oof. And then on the 24th, this freaks me out, but the doomsday clock reset 90 seconds until midnight. This is the closest it's ever been due to war in Ukraine. Doomsday is crazy. If you want to look into that. Oh, maybe we'll do an episode. That might be fun.
Yeah, do that.
That'd be fun. Maybe that will be on this year's episode list. And then on the 25th, America and Germany sent powerful battle tanks to Ukraine to fight Russian invasion. That was a big thing that was happening in the beginning of the year.
Oh, yeah.
And then on the 30th, there was a suicide bomb blast that killed at least 100 and injured 157 people in Pakistan. So sad.
Jesus.
And then our top song of the month was Antihero by Taylor Swift. Top movie, this was like most grossing movie in the movie theater, Avatar: The Way of Water.
Oh, God.
And then the top show was The Last of Us. I loved that show. That was a great show.
Watch it.
It was so good. You need to watch it. I also just wrote down some fun pop culture things. These were like big news, I guess. Miss USA wore a 30-pound moon costume.
I remember that. Everybody was just... they were just slaughtering her.
Yeah. This is also the month that Austin Butler won Best Actor for Elvis.
Dude,
which
he deserves.
Yeah, he did great. And then Damar Hamlin went into cardiac arrest in an NFL game.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Because that was a Bengals game, and we're like, holy shit.
Yeah, we were at Chili's just like watching it happen. We're like, what's going on? And I don't care about football, but when someone gets injured, it's like, I'm like, are they okay? What happened? Like, I need to know all the updates. All right, let's move into February, shall we? Shall we? I don't know what I just said. Shall we? All right. So on February 3rd was the coldest wind chill ever recorded in the U.S. It was 108 degrees negative. I was like 108 degrees. Negative 108 degrees taken in New Hampshire. Isn't that
really
random?
there?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
I feel like Wisconsin and Minnesota would be
I know.
colder.
Like New Hampshire? Okay.
Interesting.
On the 6th, we had powerful earthquakes striking Turkey and Syria. There were 7.8 and 7.5 magnitudes, killing 59,000 in Turkey and 8,000 in Syria.
59,000?
Yeah.
Damn.
And I didn't even hear about that one, I don't think. But there's just so many, like,
with that
natural
big
disasters.
Of loss?
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. On the 7th, United Kingdom police officer David Carrick was jailed for life after 48 rapes over 17 years.
What?
Yeah. And then on the 9th, there was a South African president that declared a national state of disaster after many daily blackouts. There was an electricity crisis, so the president was like,
Oh.
yeah, that's rough. On the 14th, at least 73 European-bound people who were on a boat, they capsized off the coast of Libya, and there were 7 known survivors. So that's a lot of people that they didn't find.
Oh my God.
Or that they probably found dead. But yeah. On the 14th, New Zealand declared a state of emergency after Cyclone Gabriel caused flooding and devastation.
Oof.
And then on the 17th, there was a global LGBT plus festival, World Pride, that opened in Sydney, Australia. And this is the first time ever in the Southern Hemisphere. So that's good. And then in Brazil, they were hit by flooding and landslides after heavy rain on the 19th, and that killed 44 and left 800 homeless.
That's tough.
Yeah. And then you're going to love this because you love space.
Oh.
Jamie does not like space. On February 22nd, astronomers discovered 6 massive galaxies 100 times larger than expected that were formed after the Big Bang. Yeah.
Which I don't think we'll ever reach, so why does it matter?
I know, that's true.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Alien.
And then on the 26th, 59 migrants were killed after a boat broke in rough seas off the coast of Italy. So another boat crash, 80 survivors.
What the hell is going on? Can no one, like, drive a boat?
Yeah, I guess not. I don't mean to laugh. I'm sorry. And then on the 26th, there were mobs of Israeli settlers burning 200 buildings in all the villages. So I'm sorry, my writing. I put Palestinian, but it was like, it looks like a big blur. Okay. I'm just going to say that again so I don't sound insensitive. So on the 26th, there were mobs of Israeli settlers burning 200 buildings, at least 200 buildings that they know of in the Palestinian villages. So,
Damn.
yeah. And then on the 26th, Southern California got snow for the first time in decades. There were some areas that got snow that had never gotten snow.
Oh, yeah. My boss's friend, she kind of lives in, like, the area, and damn, it was packed.
Yeah. They're not used to that. They know what to do.
They're scared.
Yeah. Then on the 28th, a Greek train crashed, killing at least 57.
Jeez.
Yeah. On the 28th, also, on the 28th, an FBI director, Christopher Wray, confirmed that they believe COVID-19 started likely from a lab accident in Wuhan, China. So they're figuring that's how it started.
So it's not the bats?
I guess not. You know, they always have a new
Literally.
new theory there, but who knows for sure. The top song was Flowers by Miley Cyrus. Top movie was Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Never saw it.
It's not terrible.
Okay. Top show was You. Love You. That's a great show. I didn't really like that season, though. That newer season that they had. Did you ever watch You?
He needs to die.
I know. I liked the 3rd season. That was like my favorite, but
Dude is just, I didn't like how it ended, but like,
yeah.
I know they're setting it up for the next episode, and I hope she goes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She's a weirdo.
Pop culture wise, we saw a lot of UFOs. Fun. And then American Girl announces historical doll from 1999.
Historical?
Yeah, they called it a historical doll, and it was themed 1999.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then this was also the month of the feud of Selena Gomez and Kylie Jenner, and there was like drama because of eyebrows. There was like a video. And she's
Wait,
like,
what?
I don't remember the whole story. I knew all the details at one point, but I think like everyone thought that Kylie Jenner was trying to attack Selena because Selena had just like made her eyebrows thicker. And so then Kylie did it, and everyone was like attacking her and like, because there was a feud going on with Justin Bieber's wife. You remember?
Oh, no.
Hailey Bieber.
Yeah, I know.
And
her.
she's like really close friends with Kylie.
Oh.
And they were like making fun of Selena, or so people thought. It was just like things that were hinting at making fun of Selena, you know, because Selena was dating Justin for so long. And then, yeah, it all started with like an eyebrow video because Kylie like made her eyebrows darker and everyone was commenting like, oh, this is making fun of Selena. And then Selena commented and was like, we're cool, guys. It's fine. But then it all kind of just went from there. So that's when all that drama started.
That's so childish.
I know. And then in February, Rihanna announced her second pregnancy at the Super Bowl.
I remember that.
Yep.
People were pissed. They're like, why isn't she dancing?
Right.
Like, she can't.
Like, how much do you expect from her? Jesus.
Really?
All right, let's move into March.
Yay.
So on the 1st, there were at least 1,000 schoolgirls in Iran exposed to toxic gas attacks since November 2022, causing protests. So this is like when all the protests started on the 1st. And then this is also when the 1st was also when TikTok announced 60-minute daily screen time limit for users under 18. There's no point in it because there's an opt-out feature. But I guess it's for like people who don't really want to control their kid's phone too much. They can just put the setting on.
Yeah.
But yeah, so at least they have that. They only get an hour daily screen time. I don't know.
That's
All
so
right.
sad that like
I know.
a company has to do that, and
right?
not the parents.
Yeah, because there are a lot of parents who just don't care.
Yeah,
they don't realize like what their kids are doing on their phone,
mm-hmm.
and before you know it, they've been on TikTok for hours and hours. Like
that's how you get iPad kid syndrome.
Exactly. We don't need that.
No.
On the 2nd of March, South Carolina attorney Alex Murdaugh was found guilty of murdering his wife and son. There's a whole documentary about it. I think it's on Netflix. I don't remember.
That or Hulu.
Yeah. The Murdaugh Secrets or something.
Something like
I don't remember what's called. But yeah, you can find all the details there if you want. But this was also the month of that being really big.
Yeah.
And then on the 4th, the High Seas Treaty agreed on by nations at the UN aimed to place 30% of the seas into protected areas by 2030. This is the first international ocean protection agreement in 40 years. Wow. So at least they're doing something.
True.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Oh, this one's pretty cool. On the 8th of March, Danish scientists found the oldest known reference to Norse god Odin from the 5th century, revealed on a gold disc hoard in western Denmark. So they found like proof of Odin, which is pretty cool.
Oh.
Yeah. On the 9th, Recording Industry Association of America found vinyl record sales exceeding CD sales for the first time since 1987.
Dude, these Gen Z kids freaking love that shit.
They love it. They love a vinyl.
They do, and they'll spend $30 on or $50 on one.
Do you think like our kids are going to love CDs? I feel like CDs are going to make a comeback.
Oh, yeah, with the CD players?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom boxes.
Boom
They're coming back.
Yep. And cassette players.
Mm-hmm. They will be back shortly. Maybe in like 10, 15 years, maybe. But I don't know. I feel like...
I wonder if my mom still has my CD player.
Yeah, I definitely don't have one.
I don't know. I feel like old gaming systems will make a comeback too. So I still got my Game Boy.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool to have all of that. Mm-hmm. It's vintage now,
which is so sad because those kids love that, and I'm like, I had that growing up, and it was new.
Right. On the 9th of March, Russia began major missile attacks on Ukrainian cities and the infrastructure, killing 11. That was just more chaos there.
This is just wild that it's still going.
I know. And then on the 10th, Iran and Saudi Arabia agreed to reestablish diplomatic ties between them since they've been rivals for so long, trying to find an agreement there. And then on the 10th was also the largest U.S. bank fall since 2008, which happened in a California bank.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. That's what caused the hike in interest rates.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Dude,
it all works together.
It increased so quick. It went from like 4% to like 7 or 8 in like a month. It was crazy.
Whee. That's bad.
They're just now coming down.
Yeah. Whee. Mm-hmm. This is why I'm waiting. But how else? All right. On the 10th, Singapore researchers named newly discovered cockroach after a Pokemon character, Pheromosa. What? don't know what kind of cockroach it is, but apparently it's like a special little cockroach.
I don't want to know.
Me neither. On the 12th, Cyclone Freddy kills about 200 people and sets records as the longest lasting cyclone in the southern hemisphere. It took place in like Madagascar, surrounding areas.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
They can't catch a break.
I know. Poor Madagascar. And then in France, the retirement age raised from 62 to 64 amid protests due to the pension reform. That was on the 16th. So I guess you can't retire by the age of 62 now. Oh, this one's so cute. Okay, on the 16th of March, Houston Zoo announces 90-year-old tortoise becomes a father for the first time. His name is Mr. Pickles.
Oh my God. Mr. Pickles.
And the mom is Mrs. Pickles. And he's 90 and she's 53.
Oh,
yeah.
Little silver fox there.
And they had 3 baby tortoises named Dill, Gherkin, and Jalapeno.
Oh my God.
So cute.
Wait, so someone 90 years ago named him Mr. Pickles?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So if you live in the Houston area, definitely go check him out. I hope he lives long. I don't remember how long tortoices live.
Dude, they live till like 150.
Yeah, so he'll be there for a while.
He's
with
still
his
young.
little babies. He might have more babies. Hopefully we get another update on Mr. Pickles in the next year. And then on the 21st, there was a 6.5 magnitude earthquake that struck Afghanistan, killing 19 and injuring over 200.
Jesus.
Yeah. Crazy. And then in Uganda, the government passed a bill which stated that 10 years in prison would be for anyone who identifies as LGBTQ+. That's crazy.
What?
Like if they identify all in the LGBT community, then they have to go to prison for 10 years.
Why? What's that gonna do?
I have no idea. I don't fucking know. It's sad.
Oh.
Yeah, very sad. On the 23rd, Canada records record population growth at 2.7%.
It's all the Americans that are tired of the shit here.
Oh, yeah. You know that people are moving to Canada. I've considered
I
it.
I don't blame them.
Yeah, I've considered it. I might one day.
I'm just tired of the shenanigans that Americans do.
It's so, yeah, there's too much. I'm tired of the government. I'm tired of everything here.
Literally.
The health. We're not even going to talk about it. Okay. On the 23rd, the TikTok CEO, Shu Zichu, was questioned for over 4 hours on security risks. This pissed me off because they had this long, court session with him. 4 hours long. And at this point, there were, so many other things going on in the world. It was like, really, is this really the biggest concern that you guys have for the country?
Literally.
TikTok? Come on. Oh, I remember because this was during, all the drag bans and everything. And I was like, can we focus on that?
Yeah.
We're just so busy focusing on TikTok. No? Okay. So anyway, that happened. If you're not from America, this is what it's like to live here.
Literally.
And then, I didn't know about this, but on the 24th, there was a chocolate factory explosion in Pennsylvania that killed at least 4.
What?
Chocolate factory.
Ooh, Charlie's.
I think it was Charlie's, to be honest. And then on the 24th and 25th, there were large tornadoes that hit Mississippi, killing around 50. So I know that was a lot of America things, but that was all happening. And all they cared about was TikTok. And then on the 27th, convicted rapist in South Africa faked his death to escape prison, sparking a large manhunt. Yeah.
Did they find him?
I'm pretty sure I wrote down later. I don't think they did. I don't remember. If I didn't write it down, I don't think they ever found him.
Damn.
I forgot to check. On the 27th, there was a female shooter that killed 6 at a private Christian school in Nashville, Tennessee, before being shot and killed. Mm-hmm.
Dude, that had so much controversy behind it.
Yeah. And this was March 27th, and that was the 19th U.S. school shooting in 3 months.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah. On the 27th also was the largest strike in decades in Germany for higher wages. Go them. I hope they get their higher wages.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the 30th, former U.S. President Donald Trump is the first U.S. president to face criminal charges. He's indicted by a Manhattan grand jury on charges over hush payment paid to porn star Stormy Daniels. And there's so much on Trump that, he just kept going in and out of court. Just know that. I didn't
Why
write
would
it all
they
down.
still allow him to be?
I don't fucking know. It doesn't make any sense.
Dude, the whole the candidate system here is so fucking stupid.
I know.
Like, you can literally be the dumbest person alive and become president.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous.
So I think we're learning that 2023 really showed us. I mean, we knew how America was, but
dude, and it's sad. It is sad here.
it is, yeah. Oh, yeah. We just did it at the same time. And then on the 30th, this freaks me out too. Key figures in artificial intelligence paused the race. Well, I guess this is actually good because they paused it because they felt like AI systems were becoming out of control.
Literally.
Which they are.
Dude, so many deep fakes.
Yeah. And I'm so stressed about like how far AI is going to go in the future.
Dude, robots taking over. This is a start.
Yeah. We're going to all lose our jobs. It's going to be great.
That's why you got to be careful what you post on social media, because it literally. But then again, like, AI can do whatever the fuck that it wants.
Your life
like
up.
As long as it has like something, like a recording of your voice, like this.
Oh yeah, there's already been shit on like celebrities.
Yeah,
making them look like they were doing stuff or saying things. Like, what are you gonna believe anymore?
Literally, you just at that point you just have to have the technology to be like, hey, this was AI. Here's the proof, and then move on.
Right. On March 31st, there were lots of tornadoes across America, resulting in at least 32 dead in one day.
Dude, it was crazy.
Yeah. Top song of March, Flowers by Miley Cyrus still.
Dang.
Top movie, Creed 3. I never saw that. I think I saw the first Creed, but I don't remember. And then top show was The Night Agent. Didn't watch that. Did you? I don't even know what it is. This pop culture, Vanderpump Rules. I've never seen the show, but I know there was like a huge breakup that happened that month. So Tom Sandoval and Ariana Madix split. That means a lot to some people. I've heard people ranting about it.
Is this a reality show?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like reality shows.
I think it's reality. I'm pretty sure, yeah, because they were like, I know nothing about it, but I just know that they had a huge breakup.
Dude, they probably weren't even dating.
Yeah. And this was also the month of Gwyneth Paltrow, her ski trial.
What?
She was like skiing and then I think she like ran into someone, so they like tried to sue her.
What? What's gonna happen when you're skiing? Like,
I tried to read about it, and that's like all the info I could find. It might be more complex than that, but I was like, what is going on? So,
oh my God.
And she's famous, so of course, like, we had to find out about that.
100%.
And then let's move on to April. So this is interesting. On April 2nd, we had footage of the deepest living fish ever recorded. This is a snailfish at the depth of 27,349 feet in a trench south of Japan.
Oh my God.
I know. Crazy. On the 4th, Donald Trump pleads not guilty.
Oh my God.
On the 6th, the Guinness World Record for largest afro.
What?
At 5 feet and 5 inches is set for the third time by Avian Dugas in Louisiana.
Dude, his head gotta hurt.
You gotta look up a picture. So I'm so proud of it, but I'm really glad that made global news.
Yeah.
It's so important to know the world's largest afro. Oh, it's great. And then on the 11th, we had the largest cosmic explosion ever recorded. There was a large gas cloud entering a supermassive black hole 8 million light years away.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Will we get any of the after effects?
We'll find out.
Oh God.
I don't know how long that will take to hit us, but... On the 11th, a Russian volcano erupted, spewing ash 20 kilometers into the air in the eastern region.
Damn.
And then on the 12th, Ghana is the first country to approve a new vaccine for malaria. So there's your vaccine.
Cool.
The 13th, tropical cyclone Isla was a Category 5 storm in Western Australia. Hit it hard in Australia. Then on the 15th, Germany ended its use of nuclear power, closing its last 3 nuclear power plants to focus on renewable energy.
Good for them.
Yeah, at least they're doing something.
Mm-hmm.
On the 19th, at least 78 were killed, crushed in a crowd waiting for handouts at a school in Yemen during a Ramadan event.
Oh my God.
That's just so sad. They're just trying to like have their holiday and then they die. And then there was a total solar eclipse in Western Australia that blocked out the sun for 58 seconds on the 20th.
Oh.
Yeah, those are fun. On the 22nd, foreign countries began evacuating their citizens out of Sudan's capital as fighting continued to escalate. There were over 400 that had been killed and 200,000 that fled at this point.
Jeez.
Yeah. And then on the 23rd, there were at least 100 bodies discovered in shallow graves in a forest in Kenya. These were believed to be members of Good News International Church, which encourages salvation through starvation.
Oh my God.
Yeah, crazy. On the 24th, India surpassed China as the world's most populous country.
I can believe that.
Yeah. And then the top song was Like Crazy by Jimin. No idea what that is. Top movie was the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Love it. Top show was Beef. And then in pop culture, the new Little Mermaid released like sneak peeks, and we got to see Flounder. He kind of became a big meme. Everyone was making fun of how he looked.
It made him a little too realistic.
Yeah.
Could have made him a little fatter.
His voice is so cute, though.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump to May. All right, so on the 1st of May, Geoffrey Hinton, which is the godfather of AI, resigned from Google and spoke out about the dangers of AI. I'm sorry, but if the person who like created AI or like had that original idea and like really focused on it for so long is saying that it's dangerous.
Dude, it's like an Oppenheimer.
Yes.
It's literally like that. He's like, oh shit, what have I done? Hey, we need to put restrictions, and everybody else now is like, haha, fuck you.
Yeah.
No, get out of here.
Oh God, it just stresses me out so much. Why don't we just listen to someone who's educated about it? I don't know. And then the first mind reader was developed by researchers at the University of Texas at Austin, and it resulted in a hit and miss so far. So it's like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So it's not really like working yet.
Wow.
But that was on May 2nd. And then on May 3rd, there's a 13-year-old Serbian student who shot and killed 9 people at a school before turning himself in.
Damn.
And then on the 4th, COVID-19 is officially over, but remains a threat. I remember that when it was announced that it was over.
Dude, Biden was such a meme.
Yeah. He was. Oh. And then on the 6th, Canadian province Alberta declared state of emergency over 100 wildfires, evacuation of 25,000 people. That's a lot. And then we had the coronation of King Charles III and Queen Camilla in London on the 6th. On the 9th, Trump is found guilty of sexually abusing Jean Carroll and ordered to pay $5 million.
Jesus.
Again, there's more and more coming out about him and nobody cares. So it's great. Well, yeah. Some people care, I should say. Like, not nobody cares, but like, yeah, anyway. All right, on the 10th, the first child born in the UK with DNA from 3 people to prevent DNA mutations was born.
What?
Yeah, so it's like he has DNA from 3 people.
What?
How does that prevent DNA mutations? I'm so confused.
I don't know.
And then on the 12th, Linda Yaccarino replaced Elon Musk as the CEO of Twitter. I also know Twitter changed to X, but I don't know when that happened. I didn't write that down.
Did it though? Oh, well, I've never used Twitter, so I don't know.
It's dumb. It's called X now. It's like, well, okay. That might have been when that happened. I don't know. I thought Elon Musk was still the CEO, so I don't know.
Wait, he's not?
No, it's Linda Yaccarino, apparently.
Oh.
And then we had Cyclone Mocha on the 14th. I kind of like that name, but anyway. It made a landfall in Bangladesh, and it killed at least 400. So it's not a great situation, but Cyclone Mocha sounds like a cool like coffee drink.
Oh God,
you know what I mean? Okay. On the 17th, Montana is the first U.S. state to ban TikTok. I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know how crazy the banning is.
How can you ban an app
I have
you live in a state?
No idea. I remember when I was like really obsessed with TikTok and they said that America was planning on banning it. I switched my location to Canada and it fucked me up for years because like all my apps were messed up. I remember that. I was like, why does everyone think I live in Canada? I forgot that I changed my location on my phone. Anyway. Okay. Oh, this is cool too. On the 17th, Nepali Sherpa Kamirita Sherpa, he's 53 years old, climbed Mount Everest for a record 27th time.
Damn.
Yeah, impressive. All power to you.
Tough.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that, but that's great. And then on the 22nd, there was a new deal cutting water usage of the Colorado River that was agreed by California, Arizona, and Nevada, aiming to conserve 3 million acres of water by 2026.
Huh.
So that's pretty cool. And then on the 24th, there was a man with paralysis who walked naturally for the first time in 12 years after a Swiss team created a neurological link between the brain and spinal cord.
Wow.
So that could really change the game.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. I don't know where that was. I didn't write. A Swiss team. Okay, never mind.
Switzerland.
I'm
probably.
an idiot. Okay. I forgot that I wrote Swiss team. Oh, wow. Okay, on the 26th, over 820 civilians have now died and 3,688 have been injured in the last 6 weeks of fighting in Sudan.
Jesus.
Pretty crazy. And then on the 30th, Elizabeth Holmes, the CEO of Theranos, began her 11-year prison sentence for defrauding investors with her blood testing company.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah. I think there's also a documentary on that too, because
Yeah.
that was pretty big news for a while. Yeah. So 11 years.
Shit.
The top song of May was Last Night by Morgan Wallen. I think that's a country song.
Love him.
Oh, okay. Is he country?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. And then the top movie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Dude, that movie fucked me up.
So good. I love it.
So sad.
Top show, Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story.
Love it.
I still need to watch all the Bridgerton stuff.
You do. Season 3 is coming out soon.
Oh, the biggest thing for pop culture I could find in May was a meme that was spreading. That was like an image of the Grim Reaper at the coronation in London. Did you ever see that?
No.
It looked like the Grim Reaper was there in a picture. I don't know any of the context, but I think I'll also post a picture of that so y'all can see.
I'm curious.
All right, let's move on to June. So on the 2nd, there was a 3-train collision in India that left over 1,000 injured and killed 288.
Damn.
Yeah. And then there was heavy rain in western Haiti that left at least 42 dead and thousands displaced. So that's pretty crazy, just from rain.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then on the 7th, Britain's Boxford timber is identified as the oldest carved wood at 6,000 years old. It was found during a house renovation.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? And then, this is kind of sad, on the 7th, New York's air quality dropped to the lowest in the world from Canadian fires. So I remember when this was all going on. Yeah. On the 9th, there were 4 Colombian children that were found safe after surviving 40 days in the Colombian jungle after their plane crashed, killing all 3 adults on board. These kids survived.
That's fucking wild, especially the jungle.
I know. Icons, straight icons.
Dude, they're literally the OG Mowglis.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's so cool. Wow. On the 12th, there was a boat carrying wedding guests that flipped, killing 106 with 144 rescued in Nigeria.
Damn.
Yeah. And then there were some really cool fossils found in Laos that dated to 86,000 years old. And this is the oldest known examples of modern humans.
Wow.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy.
That's so crazy.
There's an outbreak of dengue fever in Peru that caused over 248 deaths and over 150,000 cases at that point.
Damn.
Yeah. And then there was an attack on a Ugandan school that left 40 pupils dead on the 18th. There was a search and rescue mission that began for the Titan submarine on an expedition to explore the wreckage of the Titanic, as we all remember. Yep. That started on the 19th.
The memes for that.
That was such a big event of 2023.
It was.
Go back to our Titanic episode if you want to. There were at least 40 women killed by gangs in a prison in Honduras on the 20th. Very sad. On the 20th was also when Andrew Tate, he's an online personality. He was indicted on charges of human trafficking. And he also created a gang to abuse Romanian women. And some people still love him, which I don't get, but
Jesus.
he's trash. On the 20th, there was the site of Julius Caesar's assassination in Largo, Argentina square that opened to the public for the first time ever.
What?
Yeah, so now you can go see where Julius Caesar was assassinated. What? I guess you could never visit that before.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay, on the 21st, U.S. approved chicken made from animal cells in a lab to reduce harm to animals in the environment. I know last year we talked about like how they did that for the first time, but this is where it was actually approved. And now it could potentially be a thing where they're selling like chicken to people who don't want to eat actual chicken, but kind of want the flavor. Lab grown chicken.
No.
Yeah. So like to vegans and stuff, like this is huge, but yeah. Yeah.
That sounds like just like a long-term disease waiting to happen.
It's going to be a while, I feel like, until they can actually like put that on
100%.
shelves and
But then
stuff.
again, with like the US, they don't give a fuck.
No, they don't. As you can tell by what we've discussed today.
They literally will like put a label of like, here's a vitamin, but it's like strict acid. They'll be like, hey, it's illegal here.
Yeah. On the 22nd, there was debris of the submarine that was found, believing that it suffered implosion and announcing everyone on it dead. So that's when all of that came out too. Like, all right, guys, we can't find it, but we found debris. So on the 27th, archaeologists discovered a painting of a pizza in a fresco house next to a bakery in Pompeii. So they found like an old painting of a pizza.
Love it.
I was like, that's iconic. I love that they're still discovering stuff in Pompeii. That's great.
It's crazy how much survived.
I know. It's awesome. There was a French police officer that shot a 17-year-old at a traffic light, causing a wave of violent protests on the 27th. And then on the 29th, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that college race-based admission programs are illegal. And then on the 30th, the U.S. Supreme Court voted against the Biden administration's student debt forgiveness plan, saying the president overstepped his authority. Top song was Last Night by Morgan Wallen again. Top movie, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Freaking love it.
Still haven't seen it.
Top show is Manifest. And I didn't write anything down for pop culture besides, I feel like the submarine was like the biggest thing.
Yeah, 100%.
of that month, for sure. July. On July 3rd, we had the hottest global temperature ever recorded, as an average global temperatures topped 17 degrees Celsius. The previous record was 16.92. So, as you can see, global warming is real.
Literally.
There's a lot of that here, weather stuff. On the 3rd, Israel launched its biggest military operation in 20 years, killing 8 and injuring 100. And then there was a state of emergency in Siberia with more than 110 forest fires across 151,000 acres.
That's wild.
A new hottest global temperature ever recorded happened on the 5th, and that was just 2 days after the first one. Now it's 17.18 degrees Celsius. So it's just getting hotter and hotter. And then on the 5th, Meta, which is the owner of Instagram and Facebook, they launched Threads, which is Instagram's new public conversation app. It became the most rapidly downloaded app ever with 30 million downloads. I did download it that day because I was curious. And I will say, I there are people that still use it, but I feel like it died pretty quick.
Yeah.
Because I remember when like we were all downloading it, because it connected to your Instagram account. I don't know if you ever made one, but it connects to your Instagram account. So it's kind of like Twitter, but it's your Instagram. So if you go to someone's Instagram, you click their Threads link, and then it takes you there, and they can just like post things without it being like pictures. It was cool for like 2 days.
I didn't even know it was a thing.
Yeah, but I think some people still use it. I'm sure like famous people use it still, but I just like fell off it real quick, honestly. Too much to do. On the 7th, the world's first robot human press conference took place.
What?
In Switzerland.
Interesting.
Yeah. I wonder how that went. Oh, yeah, this is cool. On the 10th, there was a 14th century document found that was a servant asking for time off, and it was identified as the only handwriting known by Geoffrey Chaucer. He's the father of English literature.
What?
So they found like a note that he wrote asking for time off.
What? I didn't even know you could do that.
I know. So that's kind of fun. And then flooding broke records in New York, New England, and northern India on the 11th. So it happened all of the places. There was also really bad flooding in South Korea on the 15th. And then the highest temperature ever recorded in China was on the 16th, which was 126 degrees Fahrenheit or 52.2 degrees Celsius.
That sounds miserable.
Yeah. Ugh. There was a typhoon that hit China, causing 230,000 people to evacuate on the 17th. Phoenix is crazy. So on the 18th, Phoenix, Arizona, which is in America, broke a 5-decade heat record, which was 19 consecutive days of temperature at or above 110 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's fucking wild.
Ugh, sounds terrible. And then on the 18th, British Columbia's wildfire season became the most destructive on record. So there's a lot of weather stuff in this month. As you can tell, July is always crazy for that.
It is.
On the 19th, there was massive landslide in India, leaving 27 dead and 78 missing. It's devastating.
Yeah.
On the 19th, scientists discovered metals can self-heal, paving way for self-healing cars and structures. That's kind of cool.
Interesting.
So, like, you get in a car accident, your car could heal. You may not, but the car, I don't know. That got depressing. Okay.
Wow.
On the 23rd, Greece had its biggest evacuation ever, moving 19,000 tourists and residents out of the path of wildfires.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot of people. On the 24th, the gender pay gap in America dropped to its lowest level. Women are now earning 84 cents for every dollar that men are earning, and it used to be 78 cents. We're getting somewhere. Still not equal, though.
Why is there a difference?
I don't fucking know, bro. I don't understand. On the 27th, Phoenix hit a new heat record. Now it's 28 consecutive days of temperature at or above 110 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh.
And then on the 28th, scientists genetically engineer female animals to reproduce without a male for the first time using fruit flies.
That's a start.
Yeah, exactly. Soon we won't need men. Just kidding.
Oh my God.
There was I'm just kidding, everyone calm down. There was a lunch in Australia that resulted in 3 people dying from suspected mushroom poisoning. And the cook, Aaron Patterson, was later arrested for murder.
Holy
So,
shit.
yeah.
That's
really
he
interesting.
knew.
Yeah, for
There's
sure.
no way he was like, oh, I didn't know.
Exactly.
You're a chef.
You have to know. I think it was a woman because it's like Erin, like Erin.
Oh.
Yeah, but
You never know anymore.
I do want to investigate that further. I'm very curious. On the 31st, Phoenix consecutive days at or above 110 degrees ended with a temperature of 108 degrees.
Wow.
So that was, that's so wild. That was 31 days of heat.
That's
110 degrees. I could never. The location of the first English slave fort in Africa was found in Ghana on the 31st. So that's interesting. Top song of July was Last Night by Morgan Wallen. Top movie was Barbie. Woo! Top show was The Summer I Turned Pretty. And pop culture, one word, Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer, literally.
That's all I can say.
Literally.
What I was going to say earlier is I was in Michigan, like end of July. And so I experienced a lot of the fires that were happening in Canada. I remember like how smoky it was. So I know Canada really went through it with those fires.
Literally.
It's crazy. And New York too was like hit by it. All right, let's talk about August. So on the 1st of August, South America experienced a winter heat wave. There was the warmest day in Chile in 72 years, 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Ugh.
So winter heat waves should not be a thing that happens.
Yeah.
Just saying. On the 2nd, Beijing had its heaviest rainfall in 140 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then fossils were found in Peru that same day of the heaviest creature that ever lived, bigger than the blue whale, and it could have weighed anywhere between 85 to 340 tons.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. I don't think they've even pieced together like what kind of creature it is.
I mean, it's going to take some time.
Yeah. Ooh. And then on the 3rd, a boat capsized off an Italian island full of 46 migrants from Ivory Coast and Guinea, and only 4 survived.
Dang.
Yeah. On the 8th, there is Colombian drug dealer and most dangerous drug trafficker in the world, Dairo Antonio Usaga.
3 names.
Yeah, exactly. He's sentenced to 45 years in prison.
Damn.
And then, this was so sad, especially like just being in America, we heard a lot about this, but on August 9th was when the wildfires on Maui, Hawaii killed at least 100 and destroyed historic town of Lahaina.
Dude, that was fucking wild.
And the news was just not giving us the truth.
Literally.
I saw a lot of people on TikTok who lived in that area, and they were like showing how many people were actually dead. Mm-hmm. And it's absolutely devastating.
Yeah.
So... And they lost that whole town.
Yeah.
Of Lahaina. I'm like, that's so sad.
It's crazy. That whole island.
So sad. Hawaii's so beautiful too.
It is.
On the 16th, the British Museum staff member stole about 2,000 objects, including jewelry and stones. He was just walking around stealing shit.
Damn.
Yeah, that probably didn't end well for him.
No.
On the 16th, Canada had crazy wildfires, evacuating 22,000 people at this point. So the fires were still going on. Mm-hmm. And then on the 16th, the longest survival of a pig's kidney transplant survived a month so far in the body of a brain dead man at New York University.
Wow.
So they're really doing some things.
Yeah.
Using pigs. And then on the 17th, the U.S. The U.S. 30-year fixed mortgage rate rised above 7% for the first time in 21 years, mm-hmm. which I'm sure you know all about. Mm-hmm. Fun. And then on the 18th, Canada evacuated 30,000 more due to fires in British Columbia. And then Tropical Storm Hillary hit Mexico's Baja Peninsula, which was the first tropical storm to hit the area in 84 years on the 20th. The 23rd, India's lunar mission is the first to land on the moon's southern pole successfully and the 4th country to ever land on the moon. Oh. So go India. On the 26th, the longest alligator ever recorded was found in Mississippi at 14 feet 3 inches.
Mississippi?
Oh. Yeah. And it weighed 802.5 pounds. That's so crazy.
Go for the nose.
Yeah, did they kill it? I'm sure they...
No, there's
no way. They
would
have killed it, yeah. That'd be mean. Oh, that stresses me out. I want
some gator purse and
14
boots.
Feet.
That's a long gator.
Yeah, dang. What was he eating? What was he doing?
I don't know. He was doing his push-ups.
Nice and strong. On the 31st of August, there were at least 74 that died in a fire in an office building in South Africa. So that's really sad. Top song of August was 7 by Jungkook and Lotto.
That's a Korean artist. I know that now.
Yeah, and I also saw Lotto in concert with Lizzo. She opened for Lizzo.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know that. I'm sure if I heard the song, I'd understand, but I don't know.
He's really big right now.
Yeah, I've definitely heard of him. And then the top movies, Barbie still, woo, staying on the top of the charts. Top show was Suits. And then pop culture wise, Donald Trump got his mugshot, which was a pretty big meme.
Literally.
And then Meghan Markle's secret Instagram was found. What? People were freaking out because she had a secret Instagram.
I mean,
who cares? I don't know. Love her, but who cares? Literally. All right, September. On the 2nd of September, India successfully launched its first spacecraft to study the sun. They're getting it in India with space.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah. On the 4th, Nigeria gets the metro rail service, cutting a 2-hour ride to 15 minutes. So that's great.
You
faster.
Forgot a day.
Your birthday. Oh, sorry. On the 3rd, Jamie turned 26. I just skipped your birthday.
How dare you?
I know. I'm so sorry. And then on the 4th, Storm Daniel begins across Greece, Turkey, and Bulgaria. Storm Daniel is coming.
Damn, Daniel.
That's what I thought of too. Oh my God. And then on the 6th, the Mexico Supreme Court decriminalizes, I crossed it out because I spelled it wrong, abortion nationwide. And then on the 8th, a 6.8 magnitude earthquake in central Morocco happened, killing around 3,000 and affecting over 6 million.
Damn.
So that's terrible. On the 11th, a stolen Vincent van Gogh painting was returned in an IKEA bag It was the parsonage garden in the spring.
Fucking IKEA.
Yeah. Like what? Some guy is just walking around and had it in the bag and just like left it there. They'll find it. Oh, that's great. All right. On the 22nd, U.S. President Joe Biden announced a military aid package for Ukraine while meeting with the President Vladimir Zelensky at the White House. And then on the 26th, at least 94 died in a fire at a wedding in Iraq after fireworks set a building on fire.
Jesus.
That's so sad. Astronaut Frank Rubio returned after 371 days in space. This is a new American record. So he returned on the 27th.
Dude, his legs were probably like jello.
I know. How do you just return? Like, I'm sure you have to go through so much when you get back.
Dude, that's tough.
Yeah. On the 27th, the Writers Guild of America ended their 148-day strike after agreeing deal with industry bosses. So that whole strike was going on for a while. And then on the 29th, there were more than 50 people that were killed in 2 suicide attacks in Pakistan during celebrations at the birth of the Prophet Muhammad. So I don't know this song at all, but the top song was Richmond North of Richmond by Oliver Anthony.
What?
I don't know. I've never heard that song. The top movie was The Equalizer 3. Don't even know what that is. I'm really not into pop culture, as you can see, I guess. Top show was Suits still. And then in pop culture, Zendaya posted a picture to show a cool hat that she was wearing, but everyone was like, oh my God, she's engaged because she was wearing a ring. So that was a big thing.
Wow.
And then Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner split. So
the tea.
And not 5-year-old me, like 13-year-old me would have been so happy because I love Joe Jonas. Now I'm like, he doesn't give off the best energy.
No.
All right, let's jump to October. On October 2nd, the second malaria vaccine is approved and can be manufactured on a massive scale. So that's good. On the 4th, there were 21 dead after a bus crashed off a bridge and plunged near Venice, Italy.
Oh.
On the 5th, there were 961 migrating birds that died after hitting a building in Chicago.
What?
I guess they were all just following each other and they just kept running into the building. 961.
I had to have been like a glass building or something.
Yeah, that's so sad.
This is why glass buildings should not exist.
Who had to clean that up? 961 dead birds.
That's a lot of fucking birds. We gotta be protecting these birds.
I know. Come on, people. No glass buildings.
Literally.
Oh. On the 6th, there was new research that found the human footprints 23,000 to 21,000 years old at White Sands National Park in New Mexico. This is the oldest evidence of humans in the Americas.
Wow.
Yeah. On the 7th, there was a major air and ground attack on Israel from Gaza, killing over 1,000 people and taking hundreds of hostages, leading to a declaration of war. As we know, a lot happened there. Mm-hmm. Still going on as of now, but yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
I know. But here's some good news. On the 9th, the world record for the heaviest pumpkin happened.
Wow.
There's a pumpkin that weighed 2,749 pounds in Minnesota. And it's enough for 687 pies.
Dude, that's so Midwestern.
Right. Yeah, I believe that they had like a big festival. Like, I'm guarantee.
100%.
You could take a picture with it. Guarantee.
100%. The pumpkin patch is turning into the next Hallmark movie.
Yeah. Right. On the 11th, wild beavers are reintroduced in London after being absent for over 400 years.
Huh.
I don't know how that happened.
I don't know.
Just one appeared. And they were like, is that a wild beaver?
Dude, that happens all the time.
How? Just like
they just
travel?
They just kind of like hide out, do whatever. No one's actually looking for them. And then someone just stumbles upon them and is like, that looks interesting.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
Here's another Pompeii one. On the 12th of October, Roman scrolls were found in Mount Vesuvius eruption that can now be deciphered using a newly developed computer machine. They're kind of like starting to learn the algorithm. Mm-hmm. So maybe eventually they'll be able to like understand what they were writing down and stuff, which is pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah. And then on the 13th, Israel evacuated 1.1 million people in anticipation of a ground invasion.
That's wild.
I cannot imagine the fear. That's
Yeah.
crazy. On the 14th, there was a solar eclipse, the Ring of Fire, that was visible across parts of the U.S., Mexico, and South and Central America. I was in Arizona at that time, so I got to see it. It was pretty cool. But yeah, it's just a solar eclipse. Gotta love it. On the 14th, Australia voted against altering the constitution to give Indigenous communities more rights. That's good. And then on the 15th, Daniel Noboa, who is 35 years old, is elected Ecuador's youngest ever president. And then on the 16th, the Negro River in the Amazon records its lowest ever level. So that's not good. And then on the 17th, India ruled against legalizing same-sex marriage and allowing queer couples to adopt. And then on the 18th, over 500 Palestinians were killed in an explosion in an Arab hospital.
Jesus.
Yeah. And then Storm Babette causes major flooding in the UK on the 20th. And then there's super fog conditions in New Orleans, causing a 158 vehicle pileup, killing 7.
Oh my God.
That's a lot of cars. On the 25th, there was a mass shooting in Lewiston, Maine, killing 18 and injuring 13. The shooter was found dead 2 days later. I don't think I heard about that one. But
yeah,
maybe
because there
there's
was
just
like
so
a
many
manhunt
shootings.
that they were going for him, I think.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I think I do remember that. And then on the 29th, Turkey celebrated 100 years since the founding of its republic. 100 years of Turkey. Congrats to them. The top song was Slime You Out by Drake featuring SZA. And then top movie was Taylor Swift The Eras Tour. Woo! And then the top show was The Fall of the House of Usher. I don't know what that is. Pop culture, Beyonce goes to the Eras Tour premiere, and everyone's like, oh my God, they're our friends. They're not rivals. Obviously, women supporting women. And this was also when Taylor kept being shown at the Chiefs games, and everyone was like starting to freak out about her relationship.
Literally.
She was Person of the Year, so of course she has to be mentioned here because she was a big part of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jada Pinkett Smith had press tour for her book Worthy.
How is this lady still relevant?
I have no idea. This was also the month of Britney Spears releasing her memoir, The Woman in Me, which I read. It was pretty good. I didn't read it. I listened to it because I can't read a book, but I can listen to a book as well. All right, let's jump to November. We're almost done. On the 1st of November, AI was named the most notable word of the year by Chambers Dictionary.
Gross.
It's not even a word. It's an acronym.
Literally.
On the 1st was also when 120 fires were still burning across Australia. And then on the 1st was also when the scientists concluded the arms of a starfish are less like limbs and more like heads.
What?
So they actually have heads. That's so crazy.
Whoa.
On the 2nd, Russia carried out its most extensive artillery attack of the year on Ukraine. And then on the 7th, Ohio legalized marijuana and voted in protection for abortion rights. On the 8th, European Space Telescope released its first images. And it's the first telescope able to capture an entire galaxy in one single exposure. That's so cool. And then on the 11th, there was an escaped circus lion named Kimba that roamed the streets of an Italian town for 5 hours before being recaptured.
That's hilarious.
He's just walking around. It didn't say anyone was harmed, so I think he was just straight chilling. He's a circus lion, so at least he's not like, you know, he might be a little bit more tame. I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't know.
And then on the 11th, over 300,000 attended a pro-Palestinian march in London calling for a ceasefire in Gaza. On the 13th, Kenya held its first national tree planting holiday. They plan to plant 100 million trees for climate change. So, that's fun. Yeah. And then on the 14th, the world's first protected area for endangered sperm whales is set up in the Caribbean islands. Gotta protect them. And then Zimbabwe had a cholera outbreak with over 7,000 cases.
Damn.
Ugh. And then Brazil's highest ever temperature happened on the 19th, 44.8 degrees Celsius, which is 112.6 degrees Fahrenheit. That's crazy. That happened like 3 days after Taylor's concert where the girl died.
Oh,
yeah. So that was like that whole time was like, major heat. On the 24th was the world's biggest iceberg is on the move again after being grounded for more than 30 years. It started moving.
Oh, no.
Not good.
It's on the hunt.
It's like,
this is because of climate change. This is you.
I'm moving now. I'm going to get you. And then on the 29th, footage of a rare giant rat was released.
Ew.
There's a rat the size of a newborn baby in the Solomon Islands.
My God.
I don't even want to look up a picture. I'm scared. I can't even
I thought you were about to say New York City.
Yeah, no. I would be surprised.
Okay.
On the 30th, I turned 26. Top song, Cruel Summer by Taylor Swift. Love that it made a comeback. Top movie, The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I still haven't seen it.
It was really good.
I need to see it. Top show was Friends. It was like most streaming. So
really?
I guess people were feeling nostalgic.
I guess.
Pop culture. Oh, it was probably because that was like after the death.
Oh,
I can't remember
Matthew Perry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to talk about deaths in a bit. But pop culture, Karma is a guy on the Chiefs.
Oh my God.
Harry Styles shaved his head. And then Taylor attended Beyonce's premiere.
Wow.
Again, showing their friends. Okay, December. Let's jump to the end of the year. I don't have as many events for December because I think at some point people just stop writing things. They're like, let's just move on to the new year. But on the 3rd, Indonesia's Mount Merapi erupted, killing 23.
Damn.
The UN voted overwhelmingly to demand a humanization ceasefire in Gaza amid 18,000 Palestinians that have been killed, 70% children and women in that, and 80% now homeless. So absolutely devastating. But that happened on the 12th of December. And then on the 15th, there was a new report that showed homelessness in America increased by 12%.
I can believe that.
Yep.
I thought it would be higher.
I know. That's absolutely crazy. And then on the 16th, there was a boat that capsized in Libya. 61 people drowned. This is a really sad month. Oh my God. On the 18th, China experienced its worst earthquake in 13 years, 6.2 magnitude. Jeez. And then on the 20th, Gaza death toll hit 20,000.
Damn.
So that's December. Top song is Die For You by The Weeknd. Top movie, Wonka. Top show, unknown. I could not find it anywhere.
Really?
Because I just couldn't find the statistic for December.
Oh.
So I don't know if they like hadn't posted it yet. I don't know, but I could not figure it out. So I just put unknown. Pop culture. Gypsy Rose Blackguard was released from prison on the 28th. Which I started watching her Lifetime thing. It's really interesting to hear like her side of things. So that's big news right now because that was obviously like a week ago. So, all right, let's talk about some famous deaths of 2023. I didn't write down the day they died, but these were like probably the biggest people that died. Hopefully I'm not missing anyone. Obviously there's a lot more, but these were like the ones that were most well known, I would assume. Matthew Perry was a huge one.
Yeah. Suzanne
Summers. Jimmy Buffett, which I totally forgot he died.
Yeah, they did a whole Margaritaville thing.
Yeah. Tony Bennett, Tina Turner, Jim Brown, Jerry Springer, and Lisa Marie Presley. Those were like the biggest ones I could find. I don't know if there's any others I'm missing, but yeah. And then positive things that happened. I found these on the Washington Post and Vox. Just trying to find some positivity, you know? Just a couple things. The hole in the ozone layer is shrinking, so that's good. Ukraine is an independent country, so great for them.
Literally.
The California drought is over for now.
For now.
And then there's also a 104-year-old woman who went skydiving. So that's just iconic. I love that for her. And there's also just lots of development going on with vaccines. They're really focused on that, which is really great. And there's a cure for sickle cell disease.
Nice.
So, yeah, those are positive things. But that's 2023.
Dude. This year is just wild.
I know. Yeah. And I was just like, what happened this year? Like,
I know, right?
It went by so fast.
It did. It really did.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I don't know if it's just like getting older, but I feel like that was the fastest year of my life.
Yeah. Dude, it came by so quick.
Yeah. But yeah, I hope you all had a great 2023 and hopefully 2024 is even better. We'll see what happens.
Never say that because then it's like bad voodoo.
That's true. I'm not going to say shit.
Have a 2024.
Yeah, just have a year. Anyway.
All right, where can you find us?
You can find us on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok at Historia the Podcast. You can email us at historiathepodcast@gmail.com. We will talk to you next week with another great episode.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a great one.
We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening.